Hey guys, it's your own boy, the one only Great Dane, back with day 782 Star Drop opening. So let's see what we have. The first Star Drop, starting with an epic of 100 bling. You have a rare, 25 power points. And you will notice, again, there is no third Star Drop. It's doing that thing again where I'll open the game and it won't show me what it was, but again, not to fret, we actually have something better to open. Again, if you guys aren't aware, you'll see in a second. Also, I did not think that I won 8 matches yet, so I'm very surprised that I got all the rewards for that already. But, well, for the daily streak, day 190, we have the fortune, be the random you wish to see in the world. Again, that's not really a fortune, but if we jump into the mode selections, so you'll see we have Gargoyle R-T ending in about 14 hours. But the more interesting thing is you'll notice there's an energy drink on Plague Dr. Crow, which should mean something to you. Again, they're not just giving us an energy drink. The reason they're adding that modifier is because the bosses are going to be even harder this time around, and you're probably wondering, well, didn't we just get to Gargoyle R-T, now we're already back on the Plague Dr. Crow for the 3rd time? Well, that's correct, because, again, I guess the devs figured out it'd probably be boring to just fight all the bosses again, even if it's on slightly different maps, so they decided to spice things up by increasing the boss difficulty, giving us energy drinks, and giving even more candy pieces, which is something I suspected they would have to do, because and if they actually want us to get about 2,000 candies by the end of the event, we're probably going to need a little bit more than 8 per victory on each difficulty. Also, again, you'll notice we're not starting on normal difficulty anymore. We're starting on expert difficulty. So I have the conviction that they haven't actually increased the difficulty of the bosses. They simply moved it forward in terms of the progression. But something I do have to wonder is, does this mean you can go past boss level 16? Because I doubt you can. They simply just made the actual levels themselves harder. Again, is this going to change the actual strategy at all? I don't think so. I think it simply just means everyone should hopefully be playing Colt even more than usual, because he's just the best character. There's no way really around that. He can break the walls on something like Ghost Diver Rico. He does incredible damage, and he has a gadget that lets him shoot even more with his high DPS. So again, the only thing I've noticed is that Colt's speed boots, or I believe they're called slick boots, star power doesn't seem to be working for some reason, so you might just want to use his range ability, which does still work. Again, I have no idea why it's not, but again, you'll see I unfortunately ended up taking 1 loss yesterday on one of the Ziggy tickets, and again, it's totally my fault because I actually queued into a match with someone on my team playing Ziggy. I thought we could win, I really did, but the character is just not good enough in this meta. He really is not. If you get into a match and someone picks Ziggy, you actually have to leave the match, because you're not going to win unless you're also playing against Ziggy. And again, the odds of that happening, why would you even bother risking it? So the other thing I was talking with my clubmates about yesterday is, again, it tells you game modes are randomly selected, but it's only from gem grab, bounty, and knockout, like I suspected when I was saying it yesterday. So why does it say any mode if it's just those 3? I'd really rather play hot zone or something, right? But again, the best mode I feel like I can get is probably gem grab, because the other ones are so risky with randoms if they just run forward and die every time. So again, I don't know if I'll go for gem grab every time, but I definitely can't risk playing with underleveled brawlers, weird brawler choices, or just Ziggy in general. So anyway, we have Basket Brawl, Ball Hog, Brawl Hockey Super Center, Knockout 5v5 Journey of 1,000 Steps, and Brawl Arena Knockout Grounds. Again, nothing really too crazy going on. I did start playing ranked with some club mates. Again, we may have a little bit of progression there, not too shabby. I don't know if I'll keep doing that or not, but you know, they're pretty decent, so yeah, we'll just have to see on that. But again, the other interesting thing. So I got another Ziggy box. Obviously, I ended up getting all resources except for the little pin here, the Ziggy box, which, you know, it's a pretty cool pin. I'll probably use it a bit. But again, still hoping for obviously getting Ziggy, but just other really decent rewards, like that you could get a legendary skin in there. I think I've talked about that already. So we still have Kaizu Kenji. We still have these trick or treat PowerPoint and coin offers going away. But again, the significant thing here, and I guess I'll just open this up right away, is a maintenance freebie. And I didn't think that it affected Brawl Stars. It affected Squad Busters, again, I know from talking to someone. But apparently Amazon services went out, and I guess Supercell uses that too for their online clients, so they had to jump into a quote-unquote maintenance. Again, I don't think they actually maintenanced anything. If we go to the news tab, you'll see, yeah, there's no actual maintenance notes, so it's weird to have a maintenance without maintenance notes, right? So it wasn't actually a maintenance, it was a server outage, essentially. But again, this is kind of what we were hoping for, or at least I would hope people wanted this, is one free Ziggy box, because that's 2 more losses you can get in this challenge and still guaranteed get Ziggy. So again, I got 2 more chances now, assuming this counts towards the actual Ziggy meter, Ziggy bar, what would you even, the 14 Ziggy boxes, you can't really give it a name, but I'm starting off with 3 gems, 750 bling, 37 coins, 100 bling, 17 power points, 69 coins, 23 power points, and 31 coins. Again, just resources, that's really rough, and I'll just have to try harder, I guess. But we also have Crowbone skin still, probably expire before I get enough bling to purchase it, and I'll just hold on to some gems in case I end up essentially having to buy a Ziggy box. I could potentially get 5 of the things if I needed to, but again, hopefully I can do better in the challenge than that. So, and we also have a resource offer, which again is okay, but I really just don't need more power points. I have daily freebie of 10 power points, as well as 15 coins. But again, I don't think anything else too crazy is going on, but I am excited to try the new difficulty boss. Again, I believe that is out right now, the first one anyway. Yeah, so again, it's weird because it's not actually harder difficulty. They just forwarded the actual difficulties that you have to play in order to get the candies. But again, I want to know, are you guys excited for that? But as of today, I have 13,228 XPWs and 188,916 power points. But I also definitely want to hear, did you guys get anything good out of your Ziggy boxes? Again, I can't forget to mention this because this is pretty crazy. You'll notice Ziggy isn't available to be purchased in an early access offer in the game shop. But apparently, if you guys didn't know, and this was a surprise to me just because I haven't logged into the Supercell store in a few days at least, they added a Ziggy early access offer on the Supercell store. So if you want to get Ziggy for early access right away, they decreased the price. I believe he's a mythic, right? So, oh, oops. Okay, he is. So they, what the dev said, they apparently removed some of the quote-unquote fluff from the offer. So usually an epic early access brawler would cost $15, but Ziggy right now in the Supercell store is costing $15. So they decreased what you get with it. You're just getting the brawler, pretty pitiful amount of coins and power points, but at least you don't have to pay an absorbent amount to get all the skins and stuff with it. You can just choose to do that later on if you want to, instead of spending it all up front. Or again, if you're a reasonable Brawl Stars player and you have good teammates, or you're just up to the challenge, you could just try and get a really good amount of Ziggy boxes and then spend gems, and then you end up spending less overall that way again. So 80 gems is about $5, so even if you're one Ziggy box short by the end of the event, you end up spending $5 on Ziggy instead of 15. So again, if you're looking to be cost effective, you'd probably rather want to do that as well. But again, I just really wanted to let you guys know that early access offers aren't completely gone. They did bring them back, but let me know what you think about that, of course. And let's see how far I can take this, guys.